Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Isuzu MU-X. Now before I get to my intro, I want to show you something interesting. If you've never seen a 7-seater SUV from underneath, this is what it looks like. Yeah, not sure if this is what you're expecting when you click this review, but I just wanted to show you. Anyway, the intro. In this review, I drive the Isuzu underneath a bridge. I show you the engine because people love seeing engines. I fold its mirrors and I sit in the third row of seats, and then I reverse very slowly for dramatic effect. I've got a lot of things to tell you, so ladies and gentlemen, allow us to get started. This was PA's idea. She really wanted me to do this scene, so I've included it. There you go, PA. So then we'll kick off this review with a driving scene. This is the top spec Onyx model. It's a 4x4 and it comes with a 3-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine. It produces 140 kilowatts and 450 newton meters of torque. The claimed fuel consumption is 7.6 liters to the 100, but you guys know how I drive, so I obtained 10.5 liters to the 100. And in terms of your gearbox, you get a 6-speed automatic. Out on the highway, it's a really relaxing drive. There is a bit of turbo lag, but once it gets going, it gets going. Now, before I talk about the safety features and all those other things, allow me to show you the interior. Starting with the button that allows South Africans to stop anywhere. You have a 9-inch infotainment screen which has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Those are your shortcut buttons. And those are your climate controls. You also have a 12-volt socket. You have heated seats and you have a USB port out in front. On the side, you will notice the vents. They look like those Cobra things. I don't know if that was the design. Yeah, I'll have to ask them about that. That is your rotary dial to shift between your different 4x4 modes, 4 high, 4 low, 2-wheel drive, you know the usual. And in terms of storage spaces, yeah, they could have done better. As you can see, the cup holders are on the shallow side. Now, in terms of your center armrest, you have decent storage on the inside in case you need to hide something from people who like peeping into cars, and you have a leather-wrapped multifunction steering wheel. This steering wheel feels very good to hold. Very nice, very comfortable. They got it just right. And one thing I really love about the Isuzu is the sound of that diesel engine. As you take a quick look at the analog dials, listen to the engine. And now let us look and listen to the engine. For those of you who don't speak engine, when it was going like that engine is saying to you, I am an Isuzu, I am reliable, you can trust me. And if you're asking yourself, but Mr. How much? How do you know Isuzus are reliable? I actually have a testimony. Can I testify? So I know someone who has an Isuzu from the 1990s, 80s, 70s. I don't know. It's old. Here's the picture. And I know this picture looks like it was taken in 1960, but it was actually taken last week. The car is just so old it makes the picture look old. Anyway, the point is that old Isuzu is still moving. So if you want yourself a reliable 7-seater family SUV, Isuzu is the way to go. Speaking of going, if you go to the Isuzu website, this is what you'll see. Next generation Isuzu MU-X. That's because this is the new facelifted version of the Isuzu MU-X, and the model you're looking at is the top spec Onyx model. The easiest way to identify it is with those massive 20-inch alloy wheels. While I was out filming this review, another MU-X came and parked next to mine, so it gave me the perfect opportunity to show you the differences between the wheels of the top spec model and the wheels you'll get in the other models. As you'll soon see, the differences between the two are like night and day. Speaking of the night, here are our night driving scenes, which give me the perfect opportunity to tell you all the safety features of the MU-X. First of all, because this is a family car, you'll be happy to know it has 8 airbags. You have autonomous emergency braking, you have forward collision warning, an adaptive cruise control system, lane keep assist, and lane departure warning. Isuzu needs to do some calibration on the lane keeping because it doesn't always read the lines very well. Sometimes it'll get it right, sometimes it doesn't, so I head it off most of the time. As you are now seeing on your screen though, you have blind spot monitoring And overall, this is a very safe car. And if you're a family that likes driving around at night for some reason, you'll be happy to know that this Isuzu has one of the best lights I've ever tested so far. They are clear. You'll see exactly where you're going, whether you have load shedding or not. In fact, the Isuzu was made with South Africans, load shedding, and iPhone users in mind. You have a grab handle to help you get into the back seat and a proper center armrest with retractable cup holders so you can put those away when you don't need them. You have enough knee room, but your ankles will brush against the bottom of the front seat. You have 2 slots for your USB and a plug. As you guys know, iPhone users never have batteries, so you can impress them by charging their phones. Thank you, Isuzu. You'll notice there are no air vents over there, but they are over there. They're by the roof. And speaking of the roof, there is sufficient headroom, which should be enough for most people, proper leather seats, and ISOFIX mounts for those of you with child seats. With that in mind, if you look at the MU-X from the outside, you'll notice it looks longer than most SUVs. That's because apart from just having a boot, it also has a third row of seats. And this third row of seats is actually more usable than the third row of seats that you get in the Ford Everest. The reason I say that is because grown-ups can actually sit in the third row of the MU-X. This is with the back seats in the fully reclined position, but if you move the back seats to their normal position, you do get a bit of knee room. Not only that, but third row passengers also have their own air vents and their own cup holders. So if you really need to squeeze in 7 people, the MU-X will not disappoint you. And to round off our practicality of the MU-X, with all 7 seats up, that's the amount of boot space you'll have. You can fit 1 or 2 suitcases, but if you need even more space, you can always manually fold the third row of seats. As you can see, plenty of space. Now, usually I would put in 2 suitcases, a pram, but to show you just how spacious this boot is, I decided to put the child seat there instead. Not only that, I'm going to, wait for it, sit next to the child seat. That right there is a whole new 7-seater concept. Not sure anyone will use it, but you also have a 12-volt socket and next to it a light you can turn on and off. All in all, the MU-X is a very practical family SUV, and as you can see, it has an electric tailgate. Well done, Isuzu. Well done. Speaking of doing well, thank you to the 51,000 of you who have subscribed to this channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're watching this review and you still haven't liked, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support local YouTube, guys. It's the right thing to do. And as you know, we're still on the road to 60,000 subs by December. So please share the channel with your neighbor, your cousin, and even your uncle. Now, let's get to prices. I know what you're thinking. This car, the house in the background, proper stuff. Money is needed, guys. Money is needed. Anyway, speaking of money, the Isuzu MU-X Onyx 4x4 is not free. It'll cost you 960,600 Rand. On finance, you're looking at 18,780 Rand over 6 years at 12% interest. A full tank will cost you 2,186 Rand at the current diesel price. Hey, diesel is expensive, guys. Anyway, an insurance premium of 3,500 Rand will bring your total cost of ownership to 24,466 Rand. For some added peace of mind, you have a 5-year, 120,000 kilometer warranty and a 5-year, 90,000 kilometer service plan. With that said, I know there's one question you'll ask me, so I'll answer before you do. No, it doesn't have a sunroof. Hopefully, Isuzu will consider adding one in the near future. Overall, the MU-X is an impressive vehicle. For starters, it's a practical family SUV with plenty of safety features, and even though I didn't take it off-roading, it's a capable off-roader. It is also a finalist in the upcoming Cars.Coza Consumer Awards, and if you're new to the channel and you didn't know, I'll be part of the panel of judges. I'm looking forward to that. But before you leave, there are a couple of things I didn't mention. The first being the electrically folding mirrors. They fold, but you have to press a button first, unless I missed something. Second is you have a reversing camera, and for an SUV of its size, this comes in handy. Third, you have heated electrically adjustable front seats. They are very comfortable. Isuzu did a good job over there, and you have a load cover, very rare in 7-seater SUVs. Good job, Isuzu. Good job. And please let me know in the comments, what do you think of the Isuzu MU-X? If you had the money, which 7-seater SUV would you buy and why? And if there are any other Isuzus you'd like to see on the channel, again, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you are looking for your next vehicle or your next Isuzu, don't forget to check out my sponsor, changecars.co.za. They have a number of them for you to choose from. But from me to you, until the next one, take care.